So, would you like to be a more disciplined person? Of course. And would you like to eliminate some of the chaos in your life? Again, who wouldn't? Well, if that's the case, then you're going to appreciate the contents of this life map, which is fix your small disorders. And what we're going to do in this video is we're going to answer three questions. First question is, what is the broken window theory that this life map is based on? Question number two is, how does my environment affect my behaviors? And question number three is, what are some small disorders that you want to fix in order to become a more disciplined person? And then I'm going to share with you some wisdom. So let's get into our questions. First question is, what is the broken window theory that this life map is based on? And the broken window theory is based on a study that was done, and they went into a neighborhood that had broken windows in buildings, in houses, and what they found is those broken windows or those small disorders affected people's behavior. They saw that environment as an environment where they could be undisciplined, chaotic, and guess what? They did that. Crime was up, bad neighborhoods grew. Things just didn't go well in these neighborhoods that had these small disorders or these broken windows. Now, what's interesting is that the study went further and they fixed the windows, the broken windows, the small disorders in these neighborhoods. And what they found is that that sent out a different signal to the neighborhood that order and discipline exist here because everything was fixed, everything was shiny, everything was beautiful. And guess what? When people in the neighborhood saw that, they responded accordingly and their behavior changed to one where they were more disciplined, where they were more orderly, and they took care of things. So the idea is that broken windows can affect our behavior or group behavior, and so can fixed windows affect our behavior. One affects them negatively and one affects them positively. So the second question is, how does my environment, when I look at my environment, how is it affecting my behavior? And the reality is, based on this study, is that if you have small disorders, if you allow small things to be out of place and disorderly, then guess what? Your environment is sending a signal to your brain that says that, you know what, chaos and disorder exist in this environment. And as long as that exists, you can do whatever you want. So it negatively impacts your thinking and as a result, the actions that you take. Now, on the flip side, if you make sure that your small disorders in your environment, things are clean and orderly, that's going to have a positive impact on your thinking and your actions. Your environment's going to send you a different signal that says, hey, order and discipline exist in this environment. And so that's going to drive you to be a disciplined or more disciplined and more orderly person as a result. They have an effect. Your environment has an effect on what you do. So question number three is, what are some examples of small disorders to fix in your physical environment? And the life map, Fix Your Small Disorders, has a list of some of these small disorders that you want to fix. Let's do a run through of these small disorders that you want to fix so that it can affect how you think and what you do in a positive way. The first one is eliminate piles. This means piles of books, piles of laundry, piles of shoes, piles of unsorted mail, stuff on your desk, stuff on your floor. You want to get rid of that. You want to send a signal to your brain that order and discipline exist in your environment. And that's one way of doing it. The next idea is that you want to organize your space. This means make your bed, get it in order, clean your car. Don't let it be a place where you open up the door and an avalanche of junk starts falling out. That used to be my car. It's not anymore, thankfully, and it hasn't been for a number of years. Unclutter your desk. Make sure that it's an orderly place. Do the dishes. Don't let them pile up and stack up. You want to organize your space. Third is you want to eliminate digital clutter. That's right, digital clutter, a cluttered desktop on your computer, files everywhere, having no order, no means to understand how they work. You want to clean that up. Get rid of stuff you don't use. put your files in the right place, organize your desktop accordingly. And here's one last idea, and that is you want to dress appropriately. So even sloppy dress, where maybe you like to spend your day in a t-shirt and your pajama bottoms, and this is even on work days when you need to be getting things done, that can affect your thinking and your behaviors as well. That's sloppy thinking sometimes in your mind. Not saying that it's not okay to have a day off where you just do that, but you don't want to make a habit of that because, again, that's sending a signal to your brain that says, hey, you know what? I can dress sloppy because nothing really matters here. You don't want to have that effect on your actions and your behaviors. And finally, I want to share with you some wisdom from Henry Ford. And this is well before the broken window theory ever came about, but he was a pretty smart guy. And notice what he said here. He says, the trouble of not fixing small problems is that they tend to become big problems. And it's so true. So look around in your environment. Look at those small things that are out of place, that are disorderly. And guess what? If you fix them, if you fix those broken windows, those small disorders, it's going to enable you to accomplish bigger things with greater ease and confidence and orderliness and discipline. I hope you found this life map helpful. Please subscribe for more videos just like this.